Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis for MEIOU and Taxes 3.0 with me, Alpha and Osman with Devlet-i. So I apologize for a bit of a abrupt ending in the previous episode. The game has crashed on me, so I had to literally smooth it out, and now we're back at 1st of June 1365 using the autosave. So the Rumeli have surrendered to us. Seeing that their situation was hopeless, the Rumeli have offered to cede considerable lands to us. We're gonna take it. It means we take Mysia, Adrianople, Poroi, Didymoteicho, and Vitilsa from them. We are going to lose on Sourolon and on the island of Lesbos, but you know, it's not the end of the world. Most importantly, we're not gonna get any aggressive expansion, I think, from this attack, which is amazing. So we signed white peace with them, and I think that we can now go ahead and move the capital to Rumelia, which is going to give us this one piece of stability. We're gonna lose 100 administrative power, but we are going to partially adopt Roman governance, advancing our tax system, direct taxation to 2, indirect taxation to 2, and military administration to 3. And we gain a permanent claim on Constantinopolis, but I think we have that already, don't we? No, actually we don't. Okay, so that's new. I thought we had that. And the capital of Hevros is renamed to Edirne, and Hevros is renamed to Edirne. Culture in Hevros will become Osmanlılar. Okay. And we lose 10 years of separatism in Hevros. And we get a core there. Didymoteicho is renamed to Dimetoka. Okay, we gain a core. We gain a gore on Poroi. Çanakkale will become Osmanlılar. So we're basically spreading our culture. One thing that I want to just check is the taxation. So we have tax farming 1, direct taxation. We gain 10% plus 10% times state reach. Direct tax efficiency. Indirect taxation 10 plus 10. Okay. And volunteers, military service. We get 0.1 times welfare times 5% times state reach base manpower. So when we take this one on, it's going to change everything for us. And we're now going to have... Oh, I think it takes a little bit of time to show itself here. So we'll have to wait a little bit. And we need... Oh, we got actually... Okay, so the game cored these for us. That's pretty cool. And we finished the mission conqueror phrase. So first of all, let's start coring Biga and Vitilsa. They're not giving us too much overextension, but they give us some of it. We can take conquer phrase. While the city of the world desire is a noble conquest, it is only one route to Europe. The conquest of Thrace would open up a path to Europe itself. The Balkans await, and we're gonna get permanent claims on northern Bulgaria, southern Bulgaria, Dobrogea, Notia, Macedonia, East Macedonia, and Greece. Which is amazing, and we can start converting you. Total missionary strength. Why do we not have non-accepted culture? Separatism, okay. So Edirne we can convert. Our new capital, and the rest we will need to deal with. Now, I wanted to start building a fort in Iskidar. That is something that I wanted to do, and eventually I'm gonna want to build a fort in Vitilsa as well, because the threat that Bulgaria poses to us is very real. However, I have noticed that Iskidar lost its harbridge, and Bursa also lost its upgraded harbridge. So that's not great. I think it comes from the fact that we couldn't support these at this point. Though I believe that with the urban development and the population that we have in Bursa, we could definitely increase the amenities there, which give you housing for your urban population. And that is something that we should look into. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to unpause it, get the... loot we gathered from the war. Okay, we gained Holy War against Bulgaria and Serbia. So here are the results of the war. We gained Okay, we looted almost 1,000 gold and we gain 191.18. And we have spent about 300 of wealth during the war. We lost 10,882 men, and we had some civilian casualties. 1.3 thousand people living in the rural area, 664 in the urban area, and 61 notables. All of them in Iskidara, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so now the question for us is, how much would it cost us to build amenities in Bursa? And second, we need to start building fleet. We have a lot of naval materials now, which is great. Wait, what am I doing? I need to build infrastructure, and we are going to design a project of improved infrastructure. We want to improve amenities to rank 2. It's gonna cost 110 gold. Okay, we need to wait for a little bit. Looks like we didn't get... Looks like we didn't get that treasury yet. Okay, let's send you to Dimetoka and have you drill there. We have the general, but hold on, wait. I can assign you here. We can disperse these guys. The army is... Okay, max size is 16, so we can retain 1 cavalry regiment. And we're gonna send the rest of you to Dimetoka as well. I'm gonna have you drill. I'm gonna spend a lot on the army, way more than is probably needed, but I still want to have them drilling. And we'll say for the amenities in Bursa, which should alleviate, or actually it should increase the growth of the population in Bursa. What I wanted to say was to alleviate the negative drain on the urban population because there's not enough amenities for them. But we'll see. I think this, us losing all of this harborage might be a result of the negative penalties we're getting from a very hard difficulty, but we'll have to see. And yeah, we didn't get the treasury. Something went wrong. Maybe because it was white piece we didn't get it? I don't know. Well, either way, the question now is, we have a lot of free diplomats, so we need to assign these guys to work. And if we don't have any goals for them, we can send them to the pool and have them do stuff automatically. So with Jandarit, so we have relations 30. They are still disloyal? They are. Okay, can we improve relations even further? Was at war. Improved relations 147, aggressive expansion 41, declared war. Yeah, it's gonna increase itself by 6 per year roughly, because we're losing improved relations as well, which is eventually going to be enough, and they will not accept a royal marriage from us because they're disloyal. I could send them a gift. But we need an amount of money for our own thing. So let's see. I'm going to improve relations with them, see if we can push it towards loyal, which will be a big difference. With you guys, we have 7. Okay, we can definitely improve relations with you. And with our ally Karmanits, we can also improve relations a little bit. So I'm just going to work on the relations for a little while, making sure that they are top-notch before we move forward. The last vassal are the Tekids, and we have really good relations with them, so it's not like, there is a major issue. We can now convert the Metoka, so let's do that. They're like our forward post in the south. I like them. They yielded willingly. What about you guys? Oh, those are Knights Hospital. Oh, yeah, because there was a war here with the Sarukhanids and they defeated them. So this shouldn't be a major issue for us to fight. Yeah, we can go with conquest easily. Athenids claim Chunky as their own. They have ally in Athens and Venice, but their army still is very small. If we ask our allies to join us, even if Athens and Venice send their troops, we are going to be able to take this. I'm thinking whether or not we want to give it a rest. The Akhisar is Sunni, so I would definitely want to take that one. And pushing them off the coast, there are free... Yeah, there's a city here. With a harbor and everything. Which is a minor center of trade and a minor center of production. Religious scale, natural location. How many people live in this place? It is Catholic, of all the things. 28,000 people live in the city. How are we doing on you guys? Armored Trail 9.8. Let's give it a few months. We just need to... Yeah, they could blockade us because Venice has a huge fleet. So if we do that, we're actually risking having this whole area sacked. Yeah, and I don't want that. We have just sacked it ourselves, so, looting it even more is not a great way how to spend your summer. When we effectively burn through our entire cash. But yeah, things are looking good. Things are looking good. As far as technology goes, we're still way ahead of time. Now we might want to build a navy first. How much does regular ship cost? 21. So we can't even afford 4 at this point. Not great. That is not great. I was hoping that it would be better, but it's not. Okay, Aydinids. Karamanids. Okay, so can improve relations with you. They won't accept vassalization. You guys are still disloyal. Yes, you are. Okay, but that's gonna fix itself. I'm not worried. And damn, this is also... Wow, they actually gain a ton of territory here. Look at that. They have Akhisar and these two, and they also got on this one. So we will eventually have to challenge them. How big of a fleet does Venice have? Can we see that? I think we can see it easily. Oh, they're not... yeah, we can't see it because we don't have any navy. Okay, well, galleys would be much cheaper, and they would probably work a little bit better in the Sea of Marmara. It's an inland sea. Galleys will be more effective here, doing 100% more damage in combat against other non-galleys. But I won't be able to protect trade, so it is a little bit of a waste to do that. Considering how that would go. Burden of taxation. Oh well, it is a burden, of course. It is a burden. What about you, Serbia? You're also fairly powerful, are you? You have a ton of allies. Okay, so we're in a little bit of a pickle. Unless we build a navy for ourselves, or unless we want to challenge Eretnitz, we don't really have safe avenues of expansion at this point. That's kind of interesting to see. And you also have quite a lot of allies. So it's good to know that we are more powerful than everyone around us. What about Charnik? They would accept an alliance. Could make a royal. Become their tributary. Claim throne. We don't have any reason to attack them though, so. Okay, well, considering there's not much happening at this point, I'm gonna do a little skip here, and I'll be back when there is something going on that we want to look into. Okay, so it's April 1367, a number of months have passed, and I've been just looking around at things. One thing that I wanted to point out is something that I touched on before. Right now we are converting Bergamo and Poroi, the two provinces that we have gained, and there is a religion pop-up here that you can look at, which will see you it will see you, Jesus Christ, it will show you the religious minorities in the various pops that you have there. So you can see that we're spreading the Sunni faith there, but still we are somewhere around like 19% at the total. At the total. We are at 19% of the total population of the province. Actually, it just jumped to 27.6. Interesting. I think that might be the effect of the missionary working there. It will slowly shift, but you will get, so you will get certain effects of your missionaries on the provincial population, but you have to do it over and over again until your religion becomes dominant. And then, based on various factors, your religion can fall behind, or it can become, much stronger over time. It depends on how you play your cards. Another thing that I wanted to mention is, because we don't have much to do at this point, we are going to look at the stability. That's something that I was showing, I think before, or maybe I wasn't. Well, there's this SS bureaucracy and stability screen where you can see what your current stability is, what your progress is towards the next stability, and what's the current trend. So we're basically losing stability at a rate of 1.3% per year. There's something called state reach, which shows how well your government can control the various territories. We are a little bit of a downturn here. There's provincial corruption, which shows you how much of your income is actually being embezzled when we, simplify it very much. You can see the national income, the realm expenses, the share of land that you own. So we own 8.09% of all farmland, 6% of the mines, 16% of forestry places, and about 6% of the fisheries. Share of property, we own 4.24% of industrial properties, and that's that. We are actually going to go with expanding the bureaucracy. This is something that you should be doing whenever you can. It makes your stability a little bit harder to maintain. It costs a little bit of administrative and military power, but it increases your relations with bureaucrats in your country, and it gives you extra state reach growth for the next 5 years. So we're going to be basically adding about 2.5% to our state reach, which will increase communication efficiency, taxation, manpower gain, pretty much everything in your country. So the higher your bureaucracy rating is, the better you are. So let's do that. And it actually cost us our stability, because not only does the decrease, but it also said that it cost 50% of your current stability. Okay, and we're still losing stability, but that might change once it's recalculated. I also wanted to build those amenities in Bursa, so let's do that right now. It's gonna cost us 104 gold, and the amenities are gonna be improved to level 2. So let's construct that. I'm gonna get rid of this. And then I was looking a little bit around at where we are. I sent my diplomats to improve relations with our neighbors Eretnitz, because we have fairly strained relations with them, and I think it wouldn't be bad to have it not so hostile. I think they are still, yeah, they're actually very hostile. I've sent one diplomat to Mamluks, who see us as a rival, and I've sent the last one to Jawa Yerets, which are a very powerful empire in the east, but they tend to collapse down the line, so, we just need to appease them for a bit. I've also had to reduce the army size. Oh, actually, we should reduce it even further. The game is brutalizing us here. But our income is suffering quite a lot. We're about 2 gold per month, which is not great. So while we reduce it a little bit, we should be seeing a little bit of an uptick. Yeah, it's worth it, because we really need to start building the ships. Though I don't know, I think they're going to help against Venice, because they have, 35? Yeah, they have 35 ships. So if we attack Knights Hospitaller, they are going to be able to blockade us at pretty much their will. All of their Venice, Cyprus, and Athens would all join in. So yeah, it's not great. We have a couple of ways how we could go against the next conflict. We can go with conquest, which is the usual one. Then we have Anatolian conquest, which I think is from that event. Take Gönen and Honaz. I don't even know where Honaz is. Oh, these two. I'd much rather be interested in Akhisar, actually. I think that is a more... No, it's actually not, but it would open a way to this province of Ionia, which is a little bit of a city, and I would like it, because we definitely need a little bit more naval materials here. These ones are not bad, but they're... Wait, this is a separate one? No, it's a lake. Okay, it just has the same color. Honas, Mugla, is Rhodos, which is their capital. So how did our... Wait, which one did we convert? I don't see it, but... Well... We're working on making a core. We're around halfway through the coring. We already have one of those provinces cored, which is good. That's helping us a bit, which was Sinop. We've created a state here and added it in it, which is great. And thus it can work as a pretty decent city for us. I'm really interested in increasing the harborages in my cities, but we're getting 26, which is a big increase to the 17 that we started with. I don't remember how much a single the whole raider costs, but it is definitely not more than 3 or 4. So let's start building our ships. So we converted the heretics of Poroi, which means that we have pushed them a little bit down. Yep, we have 32.21% of the Sunni population there now, so it's gonna revert back to Orthodox, but we can continue with the conversion as you do. And it can't actually be converted right now, so let's send it to Edirne. How's the situation in our capital? We haven't checked it really. There is a fairly decent resident population here. It's not as big as Bursa, but it is still decent. But nearly 15,000 people in the city. A lot of nobles as well, 1,416, which is decent. Kind of like it as a city. The only issue that I have with it is that it's on the border of Bulgaria, so in case of a war with them, which is a little bit more likely than we might want it, we would have a very hard time defending it. Conquest. We could actually take Bulgaria down there. I want to do just these guys. So that might not be a bad idea. Take Anhalo. If we could take pretty much anything we want. But those are just... Well, Plovdiv would be great. Plovdiv would really be great. That is a big city. A lot of people living here. Yamblona. Taking the southern border would not be bad. You know what? Let's do that. I like that. So we're going to declare war on Bulgaria and invade them. Because they will not give us much problems or too many problems in conquering it. A Sultana of the people. It has become clear to us that Sultana Kösem is a woman with a heart of gold. She always does her best to please her husband, Sultan Mehmed I, and treats her friends with unparalleled kindness. During a recent trip to the Dimetoka province, Sultana Kösem saw the suffering of its poorest peasants with her own eyes. Ever since, she has been drafting a plan to help her most destitute subjects. In order to make these ideas into reality, however, Kösem needs some funds from the national treasury. Unfortunately, I really would like to do that, but I literally don't have the money. So we have more important matters to deal with. And what's the size of you? They have a ship. They have a single ship, though. But a single ship is still, I think, more than enough to blockade us. So, okay, we'll have to wait a little. And we're really not doing great on money here. Jesus! We need to reduce our army even more. Wait, what's the cavalry ratio? Wait, I can see it here, right? 100% discipline. Wait, what does it? Here it is. 50%. Yeah. Okay. So that means we're gonna get rid of one of those cavalry regiments, because I don't want to run out of those. Okay. Yeah. So now during a war, it's very unlikely that the infantry would be reduced below the amount of cavalry, and thus we would get a penalty to performance. 15, 2.13. Okay, we're making a little bit of money, but stability dropped. Is it increasing, or are we really gonna stay on 0? We are going to stay on 0 unless we do something. That's not great. I could probably do something with ability that would help. Progress towards stability. Overlook 10 and abuse. Yeah, but all of these are yield concession to ancient liberties. There was a little bit of prestige, a little bit of centralization, but we gain relation and progress towards the next stability. And we gain loyalty. I don't mind the centralization and the prestige at this point. I think our prestige is actually pretty good. But it's 25% progress, so we would be at 95, and that's still not enough, because our stability literally is too bad, and it's just dropping. And if we direct the bureaucracy, can they do something? Promote bureaucratic faction? Nope. Align with the bureaucratic reform. That actually lowers our stability even further. Okay, so there's probably not much I can do at this point. I could, well, there's usually... We could do something with the commoners, maybe. That helps with stability. I haven't done this in a while. So let's check it out together before we end the episode. So, land reform, no. Property grants, temporary tax relief. That gives 50% stability. But I'm pretty sure it lowers your... Provide grain. Mind the grain provision. I really don't remember what effect this has. Provide free use of tax relief to also be collecting no taxes. No taxes, okay. Well, that I'm pretty sure is not a good idea. I don't... Wait, what can we see? I think here? About the income. So, revenue is 199. How much of that is tax? Industry and property is about 100. Fees, rents, property. Yeah, I don't think we can do it. Okay, we'll just be stuck at 0 stability for now. I don't mind it. I'm just gonna collect a little bit more money. And we're gonna get to about 2 ships, and at that point we're gonna attack Bulgaria. It's gonna do us a lot of good to stay at peace for a little bit. I think I can actually also increase our income by stopping the drilling of the armies, but I would like to have them at max efficiency when we fight Bulgaria, so we're not gonna do that. And just let me see how much it costs to build us some of these dough raiders. Okay, now we can 20 gold. It takes about 572 days everywhere. Okay, here it's a bit cheaper. In Izmit, it's only... or cheaper, faster, I mean. 446 days. Okay, so let's build it here. Because they have a trading harbor, yeah. So that's why we're getting a little bit more. Did I build it there, or did it pop up on its own? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Okay, so I'll end the episode here. I'll come in the next one when we are going to have... when we have started building the next ship. That's probably where I'm going to start the next episode. And at that point we're going to declare war on Bulgaria, who is actually at war now with Hungary. That's interesting. That is actually interesting. Okay, so we'll see how this plays out. They're probably going to take the northern territories, at which we can have a pretty much easier time invading the south, because their army is going to be completely destroyed. Which it already mostly is. Okay, well, not bad. Good for us, I guess.